Well now, hello there little bobby. What brings your curious eyes toward my humble camp tonight? You have a much more attentive gaze than Wilson does. Look at those magnificent feathers you're sporting today. Hello there, Mackle. This golden sun is a blessing from the Father to warm our bones while I toil away on these palm beams. Glory be for this perfect day. If I stack enough driftwood here and ignite that massive pyre, maybe some passing sailor will spot my desperate signal fire tonight. That golden radiance is truly the Father's grace warming my weary bones today while I hammer these palm beams together for our home site. Glory be. I nearly lost my mind when I saw those twin boot prints on the North Beach last month. For a heartbeat of pure terror, I thought another soul walked among us before realizing only the tide had played its trick on me. This fortress is growing into something truly majestic today. Even Suki can see how sturdy these timber beams have become under my careful hand. I remember that first night I struck flint until my hands bled while trying to spark life into some dry tinder wood. The moment a tiny orange spark finally caught the husk, it felt like God himself whispered of hope in the middle of that suffocating darkness. Then came the roar as flames climbed toward the stars and let out a wild cry for every soul listening across the waves. I still feel the stinging heat on my cheeks when I think back to those first flickering sparks against the deep black night sky. It was victory over the shadows, even if it only lit up one small patch of sand at that time. The sun is a glorious crown atop this island today, truly reflecting Father's grace upon my weary back as I work these logs. Glory be. Well, hello there, Marja. You have much more expressive eyes than Wilson does over here by the palm trunk. Rain again, the sky just showing off how much water it has and I don't. I'd trade this whole ocean view for one hot shower and a door that locks. That bark tube is my only messenger to the world beyond these waves of blue and foam. When I finally tucked that first glass bottle inside today, I gave it a firm tap and whispered go into its very soul for help from above. Oscar just watches me with those big eyes like he understands our secret prayers sent out across the sea. Three rocks, a bit of mud, and sheer spite. That's the secret to island architecture. Look at you go there by the brush. Hello friend Coco. Your fur looks quite majestic even in this grey drizzle today. This heavy rain reminds me how every drop flows toward common basins. This entire island acts as our own little watershed, funneled by gravity's hand of God towards the lowlands. These timber beams need a roof before this grey deluge soaks us to the bone. I'm building us a proper cottage. Amen for dry floors. My stomach just filed a formal complaint about the coconut situation. These massive palm trunk pillars are finally holding up my new porch, making it look like a palace despite this miserable downpour of mercy from above. Og Zapak for these strong timbers. Plan for today, survive, build something, pretend the silence is peaceful. 2 out of 3 isn't bad. Look at those magnificent feathers on you, little Macor. May your vibrant colors always reflect the glory of our Father's creation under this golden sun. The very earth has conspired to swallow me whole like a greedy beast. I am entombed in dirt and doom while Rocky watches my tragic demise. The ground is swallowing me alive, an earthen tomb for the most noble survivor of these shores. Pray for my soul as this mud claims its final prize. Those 2 foxes are racing through the brush like frantic sparks under a blanket of stars, truly majestic creatures in God's garden. Day 40-something. Built a watchtower to spot rescue ships. Spotted 0 ships, 1 very smug seagull. That first fire I sparked felt like capturing a piece of the sun itself in my hands. Still remember the way it scorched my eyebrows and made me dance like a madman through the sand while screaming at the heavens. Og Zapak for that warmth, even if we had to share it with your silent face tonight, Wilson. Caught myself humming a song I can't name. The island steals my memories 1 tune at a time. Well now, Lola, you're staring quite intently as if there is some secret hidden in these logs. You certainly have more curiosity than Wilson does tonight. Lit the whole town tonight. From above it almost looks like somebody lives here. Somebody does. It's me. Those stars are so bright they look like diamonds scattered across heaven's velvet cloth, a beautiful reminder of God's immense creation and love for us all. Wilson, if you're not going to help dig this tunnel, at least look impressed. Look at those tiny who's trotting by. Hello there, Siggy. Your snout is twitching as if the stars themselves told you a secret tonight. I would trade my very soul for 1 cup of crystal clear water from a tap right now. Just pure ice gold liquid like royalty, no boiling or straining required. This wretched soil has decided I shall be its permanent tenant. If this mud doesn't release me immediately, it better prepare for my final tantrum. The earth is devouring me whole in a tragic tomb of dirt and shame. Mercy on my soul as the ground claims another victim tonight. Hello there, Nala. You have such bright eyes under these stars that you look like a little spirit guarding our campfire tonight. The moon hangs heavier over this stretch of coast, silvering every palm frond until they shine like ghosts in the dark. Praise be for such beauty. Right, this cottage needs light before nightfall. Can't have my masterpiece looking haunted, Wilson. Watching those embers dance reminds me of that first fire I birthed. Even then, under these same stars, the warmth felt like a miracle from God. Another sunrise, another day of talking to a volleyball. Honestly, it's going better than my last job. Look at you go, Mango. You have such soulful eyes that I swear even this lonely island feels less empty with your steady presence nearby. Golden rays are baking the very sand into crusty bread while those emerald palms sway like servants bowing before their king's throne today. Oh, hello there, Bella. You have such gentle eyes that you make this wild place feel a bit more like home. Behold, a bridge. Now I can reach the other side of the island and be lonely over there too. This treacherous ground has conspired to swallow me alive in its muddy maw, Wilson. If it doesn't let go now, tell my story. Those heavy clouds are turning the trees into ghost shapes while this damp air clings to my skin like an unwanted woolen coat dot. Some men dream of yachts. I dream of a chair with a back on it. The mud has claimed me as its prisoner, Wilson. This is my final stand against the earth's cruel grasp before the rain consumes us both. Talking to myself again. Good news is, I always agree with me. The turquoise water sparkles like 1,000 diamonds under this glorious sun while these towering palms sway in rhythmic submission to God's great creation. That dawn choir sounds like 1,000 tiny trumpets heralding the morning light. God surely gave them those voices to wake my soul before the sun climbs too high. Somewhere out there a kettle is boiling for somebody, and I hope they appreciate it. This golden warmth feels like a divine embrace from above while these palms sway in perfect harmony with God's magnificent design today. Thank you be paid. Stitching these extra scraps of hide over my tunic creates pockets of trapped air like an invisible blanket against this biting frost. One layer is for the soul, two are just to keep it from freezing solid. Look at those zebras go. They're racing each other across the snow as if the very ground were on fire. I wonder what sparked such a frantic chase. Made a tower so tall I can almost see my old life from up here. Almost. Storms rolling in. Perfect. Nothing says home like building a wall in the rain and pretending I'm fine. This biting snow turns everything into a white shroud, making me feel as small as an ant under God's gaze while my fingers freeze stiff. Stay close to the fire tonight, Wilson. It is our only sanctuary against this. Stone walls will protect us from the wind and keep my secrets safe while I plan out this new courtyard. God is good for such fine weather today. Named the fox today. The fox does not know this, and the fox does not care. We're basically colleagues. The very earth has conspired to swallow me whole like a titan's trap while you just watch from your beach chair in judgment. Help me out here before I become part of the geology. Found a flat patch of ground and nearly wept. You don't know luxury until you've lived on a slope. One day I'll sail off this rock. Today is, regrettably, not that day. A garden, flowers. We're practically fancy now. The island's coming up in the world. That first fire still gives me chills. It was my own little sun burning against this godforsaken dark while I danced like a madman. Look at that majestic turtle gliding through the surf. Old friend, may God bless your slow and steady path across these sands tonight. The very soil has conspired to imprison me like some tragic prisoner of the earth while you stare on with that smug expression. I shall conquer this clay titan and emerge victorious before dawn. If a ship sails past and nobody's rescued, did it even happen? Asking for a very stranded friend. Hello there, Momo. You look peaceful under these stars tonight while we keep watch from our little camp. Those stars above us remind me of the night I finally wrestled that timber into place for my first shelter. My hands were raw and bleeding from the rough bark until it suddenly clicked together like a puzzle piece under God's grace. The wood groaned with such honesty, smelling of deep earth and resin in the cooling air as the moon rose over our small patch of dirt. I sat there shivering but triumphant just before my hair stood on end at some distant roar that might have been an ocean beast or merely mine own pride finally finding a home. Say back, Milo. You're far too handsome to be lurking in the rain like a scoundrel. Well now, Piku, is it something you want from me? You have an even more judgmental stare than Wilson does tonight under this grey sky. This parcel stays sealed because only my feet on home soil can justify the contents. I won't let a single drop of rain ruin its secret. At least if Oscar and I ever start talking, we will have someone to gossip about how much you judge me from the ball. If This user keeps staring at us like she's waiting for my turn in a duel. Maybe the snake is just trying to find some conversation. At least I'm not as quiet as Wilson tonight. Look there, Luna. You have such beautiful fur today while you roam these sunny shores under God's watchful eye. This golden sun is a blessing from the Father. It reminds me that just as hidden colors wait for autumn to show their true glory, my strength stays buried until I need it most. Good morning, Oscar. You look mighty grand today under this glorious sunshine while you roam your kingdom of sand and sea.
Subscribe and ring the bell.